Let's go.
All right, y'all. What's up? It's your
Welcome,
boy
welcome,
Tyler
welcome.
Winston in the building, y'all.
Your
What's
boy
good?
Rose.
It's your boy Rayon in the building.
All right, we team Icon already fresh and hot off the block. It's
How
our
y'all
first
feeling today, man?
episode, bro.
I'm chilling.
Man,
I'm
how
chilling. How
y'all
about
feeling,
yourselves?
bro? We feeling good over
Feel
here.
good today. Let's get it.
I know you feeling good, Patrick. You about palm trees and stuff, man.
I
I
so
wish I
do,
was
bro.
there.
I got that in the bag. I'm good. I'm
Man.
feeling good. Let's get this started, man.
All right, let's
Yeah, I
go.
know, I know y'all ready. I know y'all ready. So I'm finna start y'all off real quick. Something light and simple. And basically it's about the rap community. So it's
Mm.
gonna be a little bit kind of spicy over here. First question. Do y'all think that it's good for rappers to not be lyricists, bro? And I want y'all to give me a full-on opinion about it.
So, what do you mean by lyricist? Like, do you mean
So
like is it good
basically
for them not to be lyrical?
you have your boy like Playboy Cardi, and then you have your other sides like J. Cole. Do you
Okay.
think it's good for rappers to not be lyricists to get far, or
So,
do you think it's the best to be a lyricist in the industry for you to get respect?
it really depends on the type of vibe you're trying to go for. Like, for
Hmm.
example, you got people like Lil Uzi. I feel like his
Yeah.
most majority of his songs are like a party vibe where you just vibe out to it. You do a quick little dance,
Mhm.
you feel me? You party with your group and then that's it. But then you got songs that you can sit down and actually think about and they have deeper meaning.
Yeah.
That's where J. Cole, Kendrick,
Hmm.
Lil Wayne,
I see
you
exactly
know,
what you
there,
mean.
there are artists
But
like that where you could just sit down and chill.
when you look at it, right, when it comes to the veterans in the game, and when they look at the rappers that are coming up, the mumble rappers, as they like to say, in this
But you
terms
also
of generation, what do y'all feel like? Is it just not good to be a mumble rapper, or is it good to be one? Let's just
will
give that up.
see, in my opinion, lyrical rapping is the best. I mean, if you could tell a story in your
Hmm.
song, then you've done your job.
Okay.
If you
I
Okay.
can
mean,
if you can send
now
like a certain message, you feel me?
Hmm.
I agree with
Then you
Roselle. Should I
All
say
right.
Rose? Excuse me. I'm sorry. I
mhm.
agree with Rose when it comes to lyrical rapping, but at the same
Mhm.
time, when it comes to that, lyrical rappers they have to watch what they say.
That's
Honestly,
Yeah.
that's
true.
why
Yeah.
That's true.
lyrical
That's
rapping
true.
has kind of took a dip down because of that. I mean, when you look at Young Thug, when you look at some of these other rappers like outside of Young Thug, like Future, y'all know how this dude
Mhm.
rap, and people
Yeah.
still
I
vibe
feel
to that.
But see, again, that's where I was going to. It depends on the type of vibe you're trying to go for.
you.
Cause
Exactly.
Yeah.
like,
I
cause
feel. I
then
feel.
like, let's be real. There's people like what's his name? Shoot, he falling off. The rat, the snitch. 6 9.
6 9.
Six
You had
nine,
like people like six
he
nine,
called him the rap.
where it's
Oh,
just like
this
where it's
guy.
just like you vibe out to that song. You vibe out to the songs.
Mhm.
Or then you got people like Lil Pump. That's another one who fell off. He just had like a one hit quick. You vibed out to the song, then you were
But
done.
hey,
But then you
man.
got people like I said. There's other types of vibes. It just depends on the type of mood you're in.
But let's look at it though. Lil Pump to me was never up there. I mean, it
He wasn't.
just
He wasn't. I mean,
he
I,
had
I
He
just
had
brought
no
so
him
he
up
shot,
had
y'all.
as because that's
Honestly,
like the
he
he had
main.
had.
no
I
shot,
mean, he
no
had
shot.
he had like two shots of being a big hit, but then he
Like,
just became a big hit and just it was gone
I,
He just
already before it even
acted
came.
away.
Before it even came, bro,
but see,
it
with
was
Lil Pump,
gone
that's when you
already.
think mumble rap. The first thing you come to mind when you say mumble rapping is Lil Pump. That's what that's
True.
like the first rapper I think of is Lil Pump, him and Cardi. But see, Cardi, like I said, Cardi is like a vibe. That's just like you
Hmm.
don't just listen to 21 Savage or Young Boy. You have to feel that. You feel me?
But
But when you
at the same time,
go
when
ahead.
you look at Young Boy, that dude is
It's
not
about the
no mumble
message.
rapper. That dude,
But that's about the
that's
message.
a lyricist.
That's
He
about
Well,
the
he
that
said
message.
is
whatever
that
he
is about
says.
the message.
But the thing
But
of it is
that
though, you starting to see lyrical rap slowly come back. You think about it,
Mm-hmm.
especially with gangster rapping. You see a lot of them rap
Well,
Speaking
lyricists.
of a couple
I feel like
lyrical
that's
rap,
how it all started, though.
but
Got
let's
It
look
was
at it.
about a story. It's about experiences. Now, mumble rapping, that's just like a quick high in a sense.
Mm-hmm. I
It's
feel
you
you.
reach a certain point where you want to you get to that vibe, and then it's a quick decline. Now, I'm
Mm.
not saying it doesn't work. Yeah, you can get you get hot off it, but nah, man, it's just a quick high.
But so let's feel on this. So now since that was a little stretch of that one topic, now I'm finna stretch this topic into that one since it still has to do with rapping. What is y'all perspective on female rappers?
Works,
Now,
power to them. Power to them. If they, like I said, it depends on the vibe they're coming with.
yeah, true. So when
Like
it
Megan Thee
comes,
Stallion, I'm with Megan Thee Stallion.
okay,
Cardi, certain
okay,
songs on Cardi B, certain
okay,
songs.
I'm gonna be real.
okay.
I'm gonna be
City,
straight up real.
look, City
But
Girls.
I like to see what my boy Ray on got to say about this. Tell me,
I'm gonna be honest
what do
with you.
you feel on it, bro? What do you feel on
Ty, Rose, y'all know when it comes to female rappers, my GOAT, in my opinion, is Nicki Minaj.
Okay, yeah.
Respect.
See,
Cardi
I'm
B ain't got
ashamed.
a
I
shot,
said
bro.
something.
Cardi B
Okay.
ain't got
Feel
no
you,
shot.
feel you.
You're
Megan Thee
right.
Stallion, ooh, she has a shot, but she ain't gonna be up there. It's gonna take her a couple years because Nicki Minaj set that bar high, bro. And you look at the other
Hey, hold
female
up now.
rappers,
Hold up, Megan up there
they
too.
right here, bro.
And you can't even say like you right, Megan. Look, Nikki right here.
I'm gonna give you an example. Matter of fact, what's that light skinned girl name? The
Doja.
one that what's that light
Doja.
skinned girl name, bro?
Or are you talking
She
about
from New York.
Oh,
She from New
the
York.
girl.
You know
The
who
girl
I'm
who
talking
did that.
about.
Yeah, I know who you're talking
Ty
about.
knows what I'm
Ice
talking about
Spice.
too.
Ice Spice.
Bruh, she had that one good hit. And she can't even make
Well,
another
see,
hit after
well,
that.
look, she was drill rapping. That's drill rap.
Drill
I
rapping
mean,
too. Drill
see,
rapping
drill
too.
rap. That again, that's a quick high. That's a quick high. You get hyped up for a minute, and then you mellow down. And you got to remember, drill rapping uses old what's it called samples. They use old samples from different songs. They don't like. It's rare that you see it. It's not rare, but it you don't really see drill rappers use their own. They take from others. I mean, all artists take from others, but see someone genuine with it, make their own beat, do all that.
I'll give you another
That's a
female
little
rapper.
that's a little rare.
I'll give you another female rapper. And she recently, she got a little, I wouldn't say buzz, but I tell you this. She got that one song, I'm not gonna name it, but you know that female rapper named Glorilla?
Oh yeah,
You know
yeah.
everybody listening to her left and right.
I heard of
Now
her.
let's be real. She is the one thing I hate is this. I can't even say it because when it comes to female rappers, it's like you want to listen to them, but at the same time, they just. I'm
But I got to
kind of up and
respect.
down with
What
that,
do you
man.
mean? Are they like too?
I got
Are
to.
they over sexual or like what do you mean by it?
Exactly.
Well,
What
see,
you think, Ty?
Okay, so I have a big question though. So when it comes to female rappers, I feel as if when you look at the industry, most of them involve themselves, because I think Ice Spice is probably one of them, just involve themselves in nothing but shaking their butt, of course. That's mostly what I think that if most of the women rappers, rely on more rapping and less twerking, maybe it would be much better. Because when you look at the industry right now,
but it's a
it's
marketing
not looking.
tactic. You got to see it's a
Yeah, that's what
marketing
I'm saying.
tactic though.
Yeah, you gotta see it as marketing.
And let's be real, it's working.
So
Patrick,
it is.
Patrick, I bet,
If you
I
pack,
bet,
hey,
I bet
if
your
you
last
pack
10
it,
songs you got at least I'm telling you, you got at least one female rapper on your last 10 songs that you just played before this podcast. Same with Calvin.
I gotta say though, but if you at least packing, I think you will get a shot. I mean, obviously, if you really gotta pick which side you want to be on, either you're gonna twerk in most of your videos, or you're gonna rap very good in most of your videos. Like, look, like what my
But
boy Ray just said, Glorilla is one good option. I mean, she can spit bars for sure. I mean, Megan, she a little bit on both sides, so she played both of the worlds by herself, really. And I have heard her rap before. It actually is pretty
see,
good. She
look,
actually pretty
you act like this is only in the female department. It's in the male department
true,
too.
true. That's what
That,
I'm
that,
saying.
that was like, mm, bro,
That's why I wanted
it's
to
not
give
only
your
in the female
thoughts
department.
and
I'm just
opinions.
saying it's a marketing tactic. That's with
That's
all
what I wanted to
fields.
give your thoughts and opinions because most people, right, think that female rappers, the most they do is twerk. So it's not like they showing much of the
To be
skills to
honest, that's where they
rap
make their
or
bread
like
and butter.
twerking.
That's
That's
well,
how they
it's
make
Yeah,
their
part of
bread
it.
and
It's
butter,
part of
if
it
we being
yeah,
because
real.
you need
The
skill
main
too. It
person
just
that
doesn't.
does that is Cardi B,
yeah.
if we
But see,
being
she
real.
got skill to back it up though. I mean, it's all right. She on that level. She mainstream. You wouldn't be
Mm-hmm.
mainstream if you ain't on that level.
You got a point.
Now there are some people like I said, they barely made it and they faded quick.
Mm-hmm.
Y'all remember that
But
boy? What's his name? Oh, I forgot his name. He made that song Panda and Timmy Turner.
oh,
Designer.
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 That
Those are the only
was
two songs
kind
I
of a
know by
mark.
that dude.
That was a
And those
marketing.
those those songs hit, but those are the only two songs I know by that dude.
I
Be
mean, for
honest.
one, no
You
disrespect
know
to
that
Designer,
YouTube,
but we didn't understand what the heck he said, bro.
but it was a vibe though.
But it
And
was
like
a
look,
fire
look,
song. I will
you
give you
remember
that.
that you know that YouTube rapper named Dex? For a
Now
second there,
that
now he deserves a little bit more
that
respect
dude,
because bro, for the longest period I've been listening to his music. Not once have I heard him ever curse.
don't.
Okay.
Now look, that's a rare trait. Nowadays all you hear is, beep beep, bleep bleep that. You feel me?
But the
Mm-hmm.
thing, but
True,
that's
true.
but that's the generation right now. You could make
But
any
like
song. It could be fire. It don't matter what you say.
but it's rare to hear a
Anybody who
rapper
digs
that
for
that
me,
spits bars like he does and not say a single curse word.
that's true.
Mm-hmm.
That's a rare trait. Like for real, for real.
All right. So that right there is on the rapping side of this whole topic right now. Now I'm gonna switch over to the movie genre. Now my boy Race put up this topic pretty heavy, y'all. So I want y'all to leave that in the chat if y'all really think this topic really hit y'all. Tell me, which trilogy, I should say, did the best? Rush Hour or Bad
Ooh,
Boys?
oh, Rush Hour, without a
Rush
doubt.
Hour.
Ooh,
Rush Hour,
okay.
without a doubt. Now I'm not gonna lie. Now Bad Boys, the third movie, the second movie. I mean, they had some twists and turns, but you can't just not see that chemistry between Chris Rock and Jackie Chan, man. I grew up with both, but I stuck to Rush Hour more than anything, man. I still got that movie download. I got the DVDs too.
This guy here.
Like, like
I
I'm telling
mean,
you, Rush Hour was it, man.
I'm at a toss
This
up
guy
honestly
here.
because when you looking at four famous icons. You got on one side you got Jackie Chan and Chris Tucker. On the other side you got Will
Oh, I
Smith
said Chris Rock. I'm done.
and Martin Lawrence. Now it's crazy
I'm done.
because
And that's like how you bring up Will Smith and Chris Rock. Bro, it's
I'm done. I'm done. I'm out there.
Wait, that's funny.
I'm dead. I'm dead. I'm dead.
But anyway, bro, go ahead, Ray. My bad.
Y'all
you
should have
good,
corrected
bro.
me earlier, man.
I'm kind of at a
Y'all out
toss
of
up
line.
honestly because shoot, I'm at a toss up
You know
honestly.
this, man.
But if I had to choose, honestly, ooh,
And I
I'm
feel
really.
like we gonna
I
get a
want
lot
to go with. I
of
want to go
different.
with Rush Hour, but I gotta go with Bad Boys, man.
What?
I gotta go with Bad
Wow.
Boys.
So that leads
I'm
me
not
to
gonna
break
lie.
the
Now, Bad
tie.
Boys
I
did.
gotta go with
Bad Boys
Boys.
had the vehicles.
They
You
both
got it.
iconic. Both of them are iconic in their own way. But if I had to choose, I slightly go with Bad Boys. I mean, we look at Rush Hour. Half of it was obviously action, but the other was comedy. Like Bad Boys is
But let's look at Bad Boys did the same thing.
Bad Boys did the
In
same thing
terms
too.
of Bad Boys kept you on your feet with the comedy, which of course, when that part when they beat that boy on Bad Boys 2, that
Oh man,
boy, he was
Yeah.
oh my god. And you
that was
freaking told him you
hilarious.
better have your daughter back here by this time or I'm hunting you
No,
down.
yeah, that's an iconic moment. That's a real iconic
Oh
moment.
man,
But
My
man, you
daughter.
cannot. So,
Heavy.
bro, y'all cannot forget that first scene, and not the first scene, but one of the scenes in Rush Hour where they meet for the first time, and Chris
oh
has to
my
chase them down,
goodness.
or the
Oh,
fact that Jackie took his steering wheel off
He
his
took his
Corvette
steering wheel and ran off with it. That
off
was
with it,
cold.
like
That was a G move.
but to break the tie, and I know there gonna of course be a lot of fans that probably think that the other movie is probably better. But I'm gonna go with Rush Hour on this one. And why? Because I grew up watching Rush Hour before I watched Bad Boys. I'm being 100% honest. And Rush Hour, growing up, hit different,
it
bro.
did.
I
It
enjoyed
did.
almost every bit of that time watching that with the peoples that I hang out with. Oh man, the moments in Rush Hour 2 and in 1 and in 3 as well, man. 3 did pretty good as well. And all three of those movies, you got to at least enjoy the funniest moments with Chris Tucker.
And Jackie Chan, you're right, brother. You're right.
Jackie Chan?
Okay.
And the speed punching demon himself, Jackie Chan, was awesome, man. It was awesome, by it. It had me laughing from here to there. But what's up? What you was gonna say, right?
So I have a question for y'all. In terms of movies, and I'm gonna base this off for one of the sections. I'm gonna base this off animations because their live action isn't as strong at the moment. Would you do Marvel for their live action or DC for that animation? Now remember, DC Universe, animation wise, they've been dropping some heat with the animated movies.
You
And that's now this is kind of a twist because we're doing live action versus animated. The reason why I don't want to do live action for DC is because I mean, other than the Zack Snyder cut and the newer Suicide Squad, I can't really think of a movie. Oh, John Constantine, that was a good movie too.
I'm gonna be
But
honest
otherwise,
with
I can't really think of a movie
John
off the top of my head.
Man.
You got Jonah Hex too,
I
but
don't think
I'm trying to put them on an even playing field. So DC's animated universe versus Marvel's animated or live action universe.
that's
Which
a
one are
different.
you taking sides on?
I ain't gonna cap. When it comes to the animated series for either one of those sides, I'm going with DC. Yeah, because DC just it took a whole lap from good to great to it kind of went iffy on certain movies now this year. But when they made the DCEU animated series of all of that, it was great. All the movies did good. To start it off with Flashpoint, of course, and then and I'll just throw this movie in there, even though it's not part of the DCEU. I'm still gonna throw it in there. Batman on the Red Hood was a great movie.
Yes,
That's probably one of my favorite. Black Mass.
But bro, Jason Todd
just
alone carried
nailed
that. I mean,
that
it was
movie.
about him, so I mean, of course he carried that.
I enjoyed just Black Mass's moment. When I say I
I'm not
want
gonna
a
lie.
party, I want a whole lot of people to kill.
I'm not
And the
gonna lie to
Red
y'all.
Hood,
When
bro,
it
it
comes to
was just
DC
great.
animation, they dope. Like
They
all
are.
y'all just said, that's dope. But for me,
But
I
put
gotta
that
go
against
with action-packed Marvel, man, because that's what I grew up
okay,
watching. I mean, when you
okay.
look at it, I can start with the first Spider-Man, Spider-Man 2, Spider-Man 3. Hold up, I'm not even done yet. We could do it Incredible Hulk. We could do Iron Man
Oh,
1, 2, 3, and let's not forget about Thor. Thor Dark World, Thor
I don't know about
Ragnarok.
Dark World, bro.
But
I know
Dark
some
World,
people
tell you
bro.
this
think
though.
Thor
But I'm
Love and
telling you
Hate
this.
was trash, but action pack, it was kind of fire. But and then
But
let's not forget Doctor Strange.
Thor Love and Hate. It's Thor Love and Thunder, my guy. But
I
I ain't
know
gonna be
I
mad
know
at
some
you for
people
that.
think it was trash, but action pack, it was fire. But when it comes to
When
Marvel,
it
man, they just whenever
when
they
it
do their
comes to the
action pack
live
stuff,
action,
they kill it.
the live action, yes. And that also, and I'm glad you brought that up. I'm glad you brought that up because that was another one of my topics. And we're gonna stick with the movies. Do you think superhero movies are falling off? And I want you to give me a question why. Because as
So
you can see, there was a film director, if you guys probably didn't search it up, but the film director is named Quentin Tarantino. And he basically said that in the process of Marvel and DC, those movies have fallen off.
I
And what
can't
do you
say Marvel has fallen off. DC, I'm not saying they falling off either. Now, Black Adam, it wasn't great, but it
but
was
it
still
wasn't
good
bad.
enough.
Yeah, it wasn't bad. It was
It
actually a
wasn't
decent
bad,
movie.
but it wasn't good either. But I can't say it was falling off. It's just
And see, you can't say superhero movies are falling off because throughout history, all we've been learning about is, in a sense, they've been putting our our history as heroes and villains, basically
mm,
setting two sides when we all know it's really a straight is the gray line is very wide and not narrow as we think it is. But like let's go back to like stories like Achilles, Hercules. Those are hero
mm,
movies. Those are and it's in their very in that setting in time, those were superheroes in a sense. Those were
true,
gods.
true.
And they put them on a pedestal. Same way we're doing
Mm,
with superheroes now. We put them on a pedestal to a certain degree. For example, I know we grew up listening to Spider-Man and watching what Uncle Ben tells them. I'm not going to say it due to trademark issues with that, but
you know what?
we know what
I can't even say
we know the
superhero
saying
movies are falling off because after seeing Black Panther,
because everything that happens, you have a hero and you have a villain. You have the person who has to come up, overcome that opposition.
the yin
So
and the
and
yang.
I
exactly,
can't even
and
say I
they're
can't
not
even say
falling off.
superhero movies are falling off because Black Panther just came out not too long ago,
And that
and the
was a good
way
movie.
True.
people were saying about it,
And
Well, see, at the same time though, you had to think about it like this too. Black Panther, they had to do the MCU in general had to go through a loss of Chadwick
yeah,
Boseman, sorry,
I feel it,
and
but yeah.
and they had to rewrite the script to it to make it to where not only showed respect for their fallen king, but also progressed their story and made the
Mhm.
characters that needed to step up. I like how they did Shuri. I like how
Mm.
they did what was his name? He was head of the tribe. I forgot his name.
M'Baku.
M'Baku.
Baku.
I like how they played his story out.
That's one of my dudes, bro. But I
They
will
brought
tell
the Midnight Angels. That
I'll tell you
like
this.
we're finally getting some adaptations from the comics that I actually been wanting to see. So
But yeah, that's see, now let me tell you this. In terms of the mindset of people with superhero movies, right? I mean, obviously, as you could tell, you had your ins and out with the DC universe. It was kind of iffy on what they was gonna do. I mean, they had, of course, conversations with Zack Snyder and all of that. But I hopefully they sign that boy back because they really gonna need him. I mean, really, they really
I
gonna need him
I feel
because
like if he gets signed back, we're gonna have to rerun the Snyderverse because
it's
man,
it's,
the
it's
visions that
just
this guy had, I'm we need that
because
back. Now, will they
I
need
don't know.
recasting? For sure. Certain characters need to be recasted immediately.
Yeah, I feel you. And I just don't know where they really gonna go with this universe. You know what I mean? The DCU. Now with Marvel, on the other hand, you know what you got. I mean, obviously it's iffy on both sides. Mostly Marvel is doing a little bit better job because they've been doing it for about a minute. I mean, look at phase one, phase two, and phase three. They had that connection. Phase four is a little lackluster. Maybe they could do a little bit better on phase five. I'm just saying. But the way that they started the first three, it was great. Two was a little
I
slow,
mean,
but it picked up. You know what I
look
mean?
at what we're getting next
So
though. We're getting Quantum
Two
Mania
minutes, bro.
for
Two
in
minutes,
the
bro. That's 2 minutes.
MCU for Phase 5.
hmm I
And
hear you
so
right.
I'm just saying, I feel like Phase 5, I feel like Phase 4, yeah, we're going through a pandemic during when Phase 4 first even started. So of course we were going to be down bad and some of the graphics weren't going to be there because we all got affected by that. And
hmm
they're no
I'm,
exception.
I'm gonna throw
So
in one more thing. Well, we got time, and I want to get this off as
We got two
quick as
minutes.
possible.
We got 2 minutes.
And this is to obviously to the sports universe. What do you guys think in terms of basketball? What do you think is more important, offense or defense?
defense, hands down.
De-
I mean,
Defense.
offense wins you games, defense wins you championships. When I look at that Boston Celtics and the Warriors last year, I mean,
Oh,
yes,
here we
Steph Curry
go.
was killing them on the offensive end, but at the same time, it was their defense. Because
And
on the other side, you had Jason Tatum, you had Jalen Brown, Al
mhm.
Horford was killing it. I mean, you can't just stop them. You can't just stop them by outscoring them. You gotta defend that.
And
You
it,
gotta play defense.
and I feel like a
And
great example of defensive, like a dominant team that plays mainly defensive is Milwaukee. Now that's not even them. Nuggets too.
Mhm. And I
Nuggets too.
think that in terms of defense, it's the best thing to go with. I mean, as what my boy Ray just said, it outbeats the chances of offense because defense just it wins you championships. And hey, Boston, they got did dirty in that series. Tatum needs to show up next time.
He
But
will.
Right,
He
of
will.
course.
He will. He
I
will.
leave it on that note because we got that boy. We gotta get on out of here as quick as we can. And I think that in terms of the first episode, I think as all the fans that's on here that watch this, I want y'all to go ahead and click that subscribe. Make sure to like this video. Share it with your people that you love. And it's your boy
Yes,
Ty,
sir.
Team Icon. We out of this.
Be out of here.
Deuces.